Welcome this morning to day 6 of Vlogtober. I'm going to have a cup of tea this morning, get my day started, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a few things that I've got on the list today to get knocked out. It's a beautiful fall morning. It's crisp and cool, just like fall mornings should be. Here's my little teacups. Hey Boo, I think that is so cute. Here's a little black cat one that my granddaughter just adores. I think I'll drink out of that one this morning. I also had these two I could choose from this morning, but I think I'm going to go with this little black cat. It's October 6th and we're doing Vlogtober today, where I'll just take you with me and we'll see what we can do today in the month of October, and I'll just share it with you. I'm going to go ahead and make this cup of tea. Let's go over here and decide what kind of tea we're going to have. Decided on the English breakfast tea this morning. That'll be perfect. We got a few things to get done. Finishing up for fall. I mean, if I don't get them done, I'm not ever going to get them done. Everything flies by so fast. Been a lot going on this month. Donald and I had Sunday as our date day, and we just dedicated the whole Sunday to helping others yesterday. So we didn't really have a day off. We just spent the time helping others. I hope things are going great for you, as good as they possibly can. I know there's a lot going on in the world today, but I'm hoping this is finding things going well for you. I am going to take a little bit of elderberry syrup before I get started with my day. It's actually time to make more elderberry syrup. Well, my lid's not on good. Making a mess. Shaking it up. We must not have put the lid on good yesterday. If you want to know how I make elderberry syrup, stay tuned soon. I'm not sure what's going on here with my syrup. I'm going to go ahead and take my elderberry syrup this morning. This helps keep colds and flus away. Helps strengthen your immune system. And I'm splashing it everywhere this morning. This is last year's elderberry syrup. It has worked really well. Got the lid on it good this time. Whoever got it last time must have been in a hurry. I've been going through my magazines, just reading October magazines. Autumn and fall. Looking through some more soup books, getting ideas for that. Autumn Across America. And Our State, Autumn Mountain Guide. This is an older one, but I've kept it because I love it. And of course, we know the landscape of the North Carolina mountains is altered. Geographically altered, so we won't be going up to the mountains. I think there were 750,000 people that visited the Blue Ridge Parkway a day. That's how many people went to the mountains to see the beautiful mountains on the Blue Ridge Parkway every day in autumn. 750,000 tourists. Of course, we went not as a tourist. I live in North Carolina. We went to just enjoy the beautiful seasons. But Hurricane Helene has altered all of that this year, so we won't be going up to the mountains. Many roads are washed away, many bridges A lot of devastation there. So we won't be visiting that this year. My sister lives up in the mountains in that area, and we're praying for her. Lots and lots of devastation. But I love to look at the magazines that talk about all of the things in the area. I enjoy just reading about them. And so I keep a lot of books and things on hand and reference back when it gets this time of the year on the things that I enjoyed. And so that's what I've been doing this morning, just looking through some magazines and books. And then I got out this wreath because this is the wreath I'm going to redo with some things that I have and put outside beside my door for fall. I got to add the porch decorations, finish that porch up. And so I've got some things out so I can work on this little wreath and get that done. And here is the shower curtain that I've had up since, the end, right near the end of summer. When hunting season came out, my husband, he's a hunter, and so we had this shower curtain out for him. I'm going to change this shower curtain today to something that's more fall-like, and it's got leaves on it, so I'll be changing that out today. Just, since you've been watching this show, if you're if you come back on a regular basis and watch my show, then I love to change my shower curtain. It gives this bathroom that doesn't have a window in it a boost, and we just enjoy it. The kids love to see it change, and I change it, so I change it. So I'm going to change that this morning to a more fall-themed shower curtain. I was listening to another creator, and she was talking about how she was just in the mood for Christmas. And I was feeling the same way. I've been in the mood for Christmas. Just to decorate for Christmas. And hey, we just got decorated for fall. I don't know what the rush is, but I had an overwhelming desire to go through the Christmas stuff. This shower curtain has more of the fall colors and the leaves. It also has gnomes on it. I'm not crazy about gnomes. My sister, she loves gnomes. But this was the one that I loved the trees and the leaves on. So this is the one that I picked up. It'll take me a few minutes to do this. I hope you won't get bored with it. I'll shorten it so you don't have to watch the whole thing. And then you can see this shower curtain has a lot more bright, like leaves changing. Got little signs there. It says farm, fall, harvest, and pumpkins. And then there's pumpkins down at the bottom. There are gnomes there in the middle. And then that's the shower curtain for the rest of the fall. I won't change this again probably until around Christmas, maybe Thanksgiving. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll keep you updated on that. Now we'll come back in here and work on this wreath that I've got. This is a wreath that I have had on hand. Now, I have some other wreaths that I've put together over the years, and like grapevine wreaths and different kinds. This is a burlap wreath, and I just thought it was really pretty. I am going to leave that blue bow here. I am going to leave it on here, this burlap bow that goes with it, ribbon here. Now I've got some pieces that, I've used to decorate with. I've got these leaves with these little berries on it. And so I'm just going to incorporate this into this wreath. I'm going to make it as simple as I can. I'm just going to kind of wrap it around in here. This is a wreath form. You can see right here, like you would get at the Dollar Tree or craft store. It's just a wreath form that's had this burlap ribbon woven in between it. So I'm going to see if I can kind of weave some of this wire that's on this little leaf garland, and we'll see if I can weave it, kind of weave it into this form that's already here. That'll make it a lot easier. Of course, I could wrap it around. I need to get some little ties, put it on here. But now I'm just using little zip ties because that seems so much easier for me lately. You know, there's not a lot of twisting with the wire, not a lot of waiting on the heat gun to heat up. So I just zip tie these things now. Let me get the scissors so I can trim that zip tie off. And that helps me to go ahead and get these quickly on. I'm not spending a long time messing around with them. I can just add them as I go. And if you want to change it, it's easily snipped off. You can use the wire rim and change things. Gives you afford a little bit of more flexibility. So I'm going to zip tie this little garland right around here. It's not going to take much time at all. I love using these leaves. It adds a lot of color. You could pick up real leaves. I don't know that they would withstand the weather where we're at here. You know, we get a lot of wind and different things, so it would probably blow completely away if I put real leaves on it. I have used real leaves in the past on some wreaths, and I used to just put a lot of pumpkins, a lot of little pumpkins and different things on the wreath. You can certainly add whatever you want. Actually, this is just something that I've had on hand here. This garland, I wanted to go ahead and use it. I mean, it was down to use it or lose it. If I didn't use this garland soon, I was just going to have to go through and donate it somewhere else. So I thought, why not just use what I have? Go ahead and put the leaf around it. And I also have some of this bunch of sunflowers that I got from Walmart. I just picked this bunch up at Walmart, and I don't have the price on it, but it wasn't real expensive. And I just go ahead and take the wire cutting part of this little plier, and I just go ahead and snip these off. I'm going to add some sunflowers because I love sunflowers. I love to incorporate bright yellow, bright oranges. That's what thrills me about fall, is seeing all those beautiful bright colors, the golds and yellows. So I'll just be clipping this off of this bunch, and then we'll put them around our wreath. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but on most flower stems like this, there's little notches that's in the plastic right there, and that's a good place to put your wire cutters, like this clipper right here. This is just a needle nose plier that I use for a lot of things, and you can see it's got a little wire cutter right here at the bottom of it, and that's what I use. I just snip right there. You can find one of the little dents. Right here's one. And you can just put your wire cutter on it, and it makes it easier to cut. I do have a scissor on hand in case that it's, you know, hard to cut that plastic with it. Now I've got some sunflowers here. There's 5 of them. There's an odd number. And my ribbon is up at top, so I'm just going to place these where I think they'll look good on the wreath. And I like working with an odd number around a wreath, so that's going to come out good. So I'm just going to take a minute to work these in right into the form. Get these worked in around some of this burlap. And do that all the way around where I've got these placed. And I'm just sticking them down in between the burlap, in between the form. And then I'll bend that stem back and use it to kind of hold this flower on this wreath. And I won't need any kind of additional way to secure it. It'll just slip right down into the form. If you can see right here. Let me show you what I'm doing. Here's the wreath form and the burlap ribbon. I'm just slipping it right down in between here. With the stem, it goes through the form, and you know the stem is sticking out here on the back. And what I'll do with that is bend this stem in and around this form so that it's, you know, doesn't need an additional, any kind of additional thing to secure it. I won't need any hot melt, any wire, or zip ties. You know, I can just bend this around and it'll hold that sunflower right where it needs to be. And I'll do that to each one of the sunflowers that I put in here. I'll work it all around this ribbon. It's already looking really pretty. It's already looking exactly like I want it to look. Cookie's trying to help me. I've got one more sunflower, and these I haven't twisted on yet, but I'll get them twisted on. Got one more sunflower to work into this wreath. And you can kind of hold your wreath back and see if it's looking the way that you want it to look. This one's looking really pretty. Now we could very well leave this ribbon right where it's at, no big deal. I've got some additional ribbon right here. Here is red and white plaid gingham, and here's some that has apples on it. But I think I'm going to add red and white gingham to this because I love that to begin with. That's one of my favorite textures, one of my favorite types of material and looks. I love the red gingham. Of course, I've shown that to you through the house often. You know, if you watch this channel, that's something that I enjoy. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold this ribbon. I'm just simply going to make a ribbon. This has a ribbon on it, but I'm going to add to it because, well, if you watch my channel, you know I'm go big or go home. I'm a maximalist. I like things. I like to see things. I love the looks of something that's full. That's what I prefer. That's very rewarding to me. Now I am going to use zip ties to put this ribbon on. And I folded this ribbon up, so I'm going to take this zip tie and pull it right through the middle, and it'll hold this ribbon together. And I'm going to remember to put another zip tie on the back so that I can put it on my wreath, because once I get this thing zip tied on here tightly, it would be really hard for me to slip another one up under here. So I just folded my own wreath. My own ribbon, I'm sorry, to go on our wreath. going to fluff it out here a little bit so it'll look full. This was double-sided ribbon, so it didn't matter which way I turned it. It was going to always show a pretty side. And now that I have this, I'm just going to go right up here along with, we'll cut this extra little thing off here from the zip tie. And I'm just going to find my place here and add this ribbon right here on top. Here's my burlap ribbon that came with this thing, and here is the new ribbon I'm adding on to it, just so it'll be pretty. I'm going to zip tie it onto this wire form. Just takes a minute. And then once we get it zip tied on here, we can fluff it and fit it the way that we want to see it. Now let's go ahead and take our stuff outside and fix it on the front porch. I brought my box of decorating stuff out because I wasn't sure what I was going to use and what I was not going to use. I've already put my little rug out with the pumpkins on it that I got at Dollar General. Buy one, get one free. Right here's my little section of picket fence that my son made for me. One of my sons. And I usually hang a little sign from that. Garbage pickup day, so you might hear the trash truck. Now that little fall sign did not come with eye hooks. We put the eye hooks on it ourselves. Donald put those on for me. I changed this little sign usually for fall, summer, spring, different seasons. I just hang usually a little sign that has a little saying on it right here by the door because I like it. I think it's cute. My sister gave me that heart-shaped rock. It always stays there. You can actually hang this fence up. If I wanted to, I could actually hang it up on the wall. I could paint it white and decorate it. It's just a little section of fence that he made so you can decorate for the seasons, and he gave me that for Christmas. Hey Cookie. Cookie is watching us decorate. Well, here I have the mums that are still on the porch, and right here's where we were going to put our wreath. So let's see what we can do concerning that. I would like it if the wreath was on the door, but it covers up my peephole and some of my stuff that I've got going on. That's very important. So I can't always put it on the door. That would be the ideal place for it, but it's not a practical or a functional place. So I'm not able to do that. I usually have to shift it to the side. And it may take me a minute to get this thing hung up. And that's how it looks on the side of the door. I think that's pretty. So if you walk up to the door, you can see the fall sign there on the porch. And you can see the pretty wreath and the mum. And then I've got the pumpkin rug and the pumpkins that me and the kids picked out and put on the porch. Now I've got this. I bought this and I like it. I think it came from Dollar General too, and it was only like $5. I thought that was really pretty, but I may not have a place to put that. So I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. I've still got the box of decorations that I've got to put up over here. And, you know, but as a whole, that's how the little porch looks. That overhang right there helps. It just overhangs a little bit over the main part of the little porch section. Not very big at all. You can see it's just really a small porch, but I still like to decorate it. I think it makes the house look festive. It looks pretty when you walk up to it. And it looks like fall. I'll leave it like this probably until Thanksgiving. I may have another little sign that says Happy Thanksgiving or something that goes right here on this little fence. So I may change that. But basically this is how the house will look up until I start to decorate for Christmas, which I usually don't decorate for Christmas until Thanksgiving. I was sitting here thinking I could change this fall sign and put this sign up here. And that would be really pretty. I think that is pretty. I think I may just leave that there. Now I've got this fall sign, but I can work it in a different place. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. But I think I'm going to leave it like this. I think that's pretty. That'll be pretty for this fall. I surely thank you for joining me today. Thank you for showing up here on Vlogtober Day 6. Thank you for letting me share on the porch decorating and changing the shower curtain and just sprucing it up for the fall. I've enjoyed that, enjoyed a cup of tea together. I'm going to go in there and finish mine. It's probably just cooled off just enough to enjoy it. I hope you come back and watch the rest of Vlogtober. I hope you subscribe and just enjoy the channel. I enjoy having you here. And like always, until next time.